I'm on here. Y'all ready to hear what the queen got to say today? Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my official podcast. This is very fun, lighthearted, where I just come on here and I discuss the topics that I think are interesting. I might do a little educational part. You know, it's just whatever I feel like talking about that week. That's what we're going to discuss. Right now, it is the WNBA season, so we will be covering that a lot heavily because the WNBA needs more exposure, and I don't think it's a lot of people doing podcasts about the WNBA. So hey, get in where I fit in. The last episode actually did very good compared to my other videos. Like, let's check. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, so we're actually at 58 views. That's a lot for me. I posted it 5 days ago. We're at 58 views, 4 likes and a comment. Like, small wins. You know, we're getting more, we can get them. So I appreciate everybody that has tuned in. If you are watching and you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I know it's easy to watch and forget that you haven't even subscribed to a person. I am guilty of that. So I give you a little grace. But make sure if you to watch more than 2 of my videos that you have subscribed to the channel so you can always see me on your screen. Turn the post notification on so you don't miss nothing that I post. Life of mine. So we're gonna get straight into it. I got a couple topics to talk about. Yeah. So let's just get straight into it because I'm a yap enough anyway, so we don't need too long of an intro. So the first thing that I would like to talk about is the art of being behind. One of the negative impacts, it can be negative or positive depending on the person and how they receive information or things like that. But one thing that I will say that one of the effects, and I'm not going to say negative or positive, of social media is the fact that we get to see some of the insight of a lot of people's lives, and it makes you want more. It makes you feel like you're behind, depending on the person, and it also can trick you into thinking that you're not doing enough or you should be doing more. And one thing that I had to learn is it does not matter how busy you are if you are not getting anything done. It was a time in my life, and y'all know I ain't really lived that long. I'm still like a legit in this, but it was like a time in my life, maybe a couple of years ago, when I had a job, I was doing makeup, I would still DoorDash from time to time. And I was trying to post content and all of these things. And although I had a job, I was working overtime at the job all the time. Anytime they dropped a shift, I was picking it up. So, and I worked overnight at this job. So I would get off work sometimes, and then I would immediately go do some makeup because I got a client. And in my head, I'm getting to the bed because I'm always doing something. I'm always in motion. And when I look back over that time period of my life, I had not accomplished any of the things that I wanted to accomplish because I was so busy. I'm doing a lot. I'm always doing something, but nothing is actually getting accomplished. Nothing is actually getting done. None of the things or the goals or the desires that I had on my list were getting done. You know, don't get me wrong. I never regret any period of my life because every period of my life has shaped me into who I'm becoming now. I have to learn the lessons that I learned. But I said all that to say, doing more does not always mean you're accomplishing more. It has to make sense and it has to align. You don't just want to be super busy just for the sake of being super busy. I feel like that should make sense. Like, it's essentially like, yeah, you're doing so much that you're doing nothing at all. And I just feel like that's a bad reality to come to. I'm doing all this, but what have I really done? You get what I'm saying? You don't just want to be a busybody. You want to be intentional. You want to make sure that you actually are doing the things that you desire. So if years pass by, you have some type of foundation that you have built. You don't just want to be ripping and running, and when it's all said and done, you have nothing to show for all the years that felt like such hard laborer's work because you weren't really doing nothing. I'm gonna use this analogy. It's like being on a treadmill for years and 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 years. Yeah, you done probably walked 1,000 miles, but you're literally in the same spot. You haven't moved anywhere. You just been stagnant. You ain't went forward, but you ain't went backwards. You just in the same position. You doing something every day the same way, thinking that you're gonna get a different result, and you're not. Like, I think that we have, and I'm guilty of this, and this is another thing. This all kind of ties into the topic of feeling behind. It was a point in time where people would buy cash cars. Now the economy is a little different, but like our parents and stuff, their first cars was cash cars. Probably had 100,000 miles on it or more. But now with the influx of social media, everybody posting their cars. Now and this not me hating, cause y'all love to say people hate us. This not me hating. If you got it, you got it. Get whatever car you gonna get. But the internet has 21-year-olds feeling like, because this was me, feeling like they have to get the BMW or the Lexus or the Tesla or the Mercedes-Benz. Like, that's that. Like, I think we have glorified this luxury lifestyle to the point where we don't realize that that's not the norm. It's okay to have your whatever car you get, even if it ain't brand new. A paid off car is always gonna be better than a car with a car note. And I'm speaking this from my personal experience. Like, it's okay to build up to stuff. You don't have to get it right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And you will also appreciate things more if you start off with, just say, a Nissan or a Acura or something. I don't know. Like, if you start off small and then build your way up, you will appreciate your things a little more. You are not behind just because you don't have the Mercedes. You are not behind just because you don't have the latest designer. You are not behind because you still live with your mother. I want people to start realizing that it is a blessing to be able to do those things in your 20s while you're young. Like I said in my last video, have conversations with the people that came before you. If everybody came before you, they had luxury cars and they own cribs since they was 21, by all means, that's the standard for where you at. But in real life, it's okay. It's okay to still live with your parent and you 24. Me. It's okay to live with your parent until you 30. If that's the relationship that you and your parent have, it is okay. Some people's parents are okay with them staying with them. Now, if you have a different situation, of course, that's different. You know, everybody's situation is different. But one thing I will say is don't let people trick you out your... Don't let people trick you out your spot. If your parent is not requiring you to go anywhere, don't let social media make you believe that, oh yeah, I need to have my own crib immediately. Because you don't know the relationship that they have with their parent, and you also don't know what people do to get the things that they have. You may not be willing to do that. I also said that in my last video. It is okay to run your own race. It's not about who get it first. It's about who has it the longest. You can rush and you can get everything, and you can also lose everything because it was not the timing for you to have it. I'm a strong believer in God grants gifts, but every gift is not from him. And I am a firm believer that God is not going to give you something that your character cannot keep you in. Everybody accomplishes things at their own pace. The art of being behind only exists if you are comparing yourself to somebody else, because this is your life. This is your life. You don't have to run out and get nothing, or quote unquote keeping up with the Joneses. The only person that you should be trying to outdo is the person that you was yesterday, or a year ago, or 2 years ago. Okay, it's okay to not have, and I don't know who my audience is, but this could be for anybody, whatever age, but specifically for people in your 20s, it's okay to not have it all figured out. It's okay to not have everything that you feel like that your heart desires. You know what I'm saying? If you got a car and you still live with your parent, cool. If you got the car and you got the apartment, cool. If you still live with your parents and you don't have the car or the apartment, cool. It's okay. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Your timeline might not be everybody's timeline, and just because things don't happen on the timeline that you created for you, because you know you tell God your plans, but he laughed. He laughed and he sent his plan back, because whatever is in his will for you is what will become. So you're never too old, you're never too young. If you got your stuff together while you're young, that's a blessing. If you've been able to maintain the things that you have at a young age, that's a blessing, because those are life skills that you need. All of that is a blessing. Even if you're older and you still have not found your footing, or you still working to get the things that, whatever the case may be, your timeline is your timeline. I feel like as long as you are on this earth, you have enough time to do what you want. Some people didn't start popping till they was 30. Some people didn't start popping till they was 40. Some people didn't start popping till they was 50. And by popping, I mean like, you doing well for yourself. Some people may be 60 and they still trying to figure it out. That is okay. Because once again, like I said earlier, everybody is running their own race. You only feel behind if you are comparing yourself to anybody else. You stay in your lane, let other people stay in their lane. It's cool. It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's how I feel about stuff. And I said it earlier, I'm going to say it again. It don't matter who get it first. It's about who have it the longest. Personally. As long as you congratulate those that are doing it. Like, if you don't have a car and your homegirl get a car, don't be being shady. You still congratulate her, even though that's something that you want, because that shows your heart posture. You can congratulate people even though you still ain't got what you wanted. God might bless you double. Look, don't ever be like, ooh, that should have been me. People had a moment, but also still know that just because they got it before you, don't mean that you're behind. Let social media trick you into feeling like you have to have all these things. Your life is perfect just the way it is. Every day you have to wake up and love your life, no matter what the circumstances is. Because I'm not going to lie. Last year, I was a bit miserable. I wasn't putting my makeup on. I wasn't doing my hair. I wasn't trying to look cute. I wasn't going out. And it's like, yeah, life might not be everything that I want right now. But if I don't enjoy these small, monumental moments that goes into building the life that I want, when I get the life, I might not enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that you enjoy every second, every moment of your life. I know everybody lives a different life. Things are hard, especially in this economy right now. I get that, I understand, but just try to find joy in the small things in the way that you can. Go for a walk outside. Just learn, do your hair, put some makeup on. I ain't saying you gotta go nowhere. If you want to go somewhere, you can, but just try to find joy in the small things in your life. So I think that's a perfect segue into the NBA, because for so long they haven't been getting no coverage, but now the WNBA is expanding. We got more teams, getting more media coverage than any other years. You know, they stayed. And shout out to everybody that paved the way for WNBA to get here now. That was a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You ain't never behind. I mean, they was behind as long as they was comparing themselves to the WNBA, but they right on time. I mean, they was behind as long as they was comparing themselves to the NBA. But now, they right on time. They right on time, and I love to see it. So, a couple of things. This segment, we're going to start with like some big news. Then we're going to get into some specific highlights. And then we're going to talk about some specific games. So, put your seatbelt on because we finna talk for a little second. Things first, I forgot to cover this last week. But the Aces have indeed got their rings. If I can, I'm going to try to insert videos of what I'm talking about while I'm talking. If I can find videos to fit every scenario. But the Aces got their rings. That was cute. The rings was cute. And I saw something that said they can take, I don't know what it's called, but whatever it is that you put on the ring, they can take it out and they can still wear it as a regular ring if they wanted to. So I thought that was a really cute idea. I thought that was a really cute ring idea. I loved the ceremony and everything like that. Shout out to the Aces. They are currently the defending champs, and they might do a two-peat, but there are some competitors, so I ain't gonna say that just yet. But yeah, shout out to the Aces, and the WNBA low-key petty because they gave them their rings on the same night they played the New York Liberty, I do believe, and they lost the championship to the Aces. Y'all petty. But some other big news is that the Upshot League is up in. Dang, I can't talk. The Upshot League is in full effect. You can watch the videos on YouTube. If you don't know, the Upshot League is basically the G League for people that didn't make a team in the WNBA, but they still are very talented. This is giving them a chance to, highlight their skills. I think it's about 4 teams. They do 5-on-5. So, it's just making more room for all of the talented women that should be playing in the WNBA, but it's limited spots, things like that. So, if you want to go check out any of your favorite players that might not be on the WNBA team, definitely check out the Upshot League. It is streaming on YouTube. It's still some very talented girls over there, so don't think just because it's the G League that they ain't over there hooping. There's some good players over there. Make sure y'all tune into that. Also, I don't know if you all have the League Pass, but you can also get the League Pass and live stream WNBA games anywhere. Well, I ain't gonna say anytime, but when the games comes, and it also allows you to do an instant replay of the games after, I think about 24 hours after or immediately after the game's end. I'm not sure, but you can definitely watch the replay of any old games you would like through the app. The only thing that I have to say about the WNBA app is why we don't get all the games. I'm sorry. I feel like every game that is played should be streamed through the League Pass. So if y'all can fix that little kink, I love that. The League Pass is only $40 if you want to support. I don't know how everybody streams a game, but like I said, there are certain games that you cannot get. I don't think, like tomorrow, the Aces and the Dream play, we're not getting that game on the League Pass. Just to let y'all know. But shout out to the Aces and the Dream for selling out that stadium. It's been a couple of sold out arenas. I love to see that. Yes, this is so great for the WNBA. Yes, y'all. Like, just keep showing up, keep playing, and the things are working out. You never behind. You right on time. Let me see. Any other news? So, Tamika Catchings is one of the people that is funding the league, the Upshot League, and it was somebody else I do not remember. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out Tamika Catchings because that's my girl, and I loved her game when she was in the league. Ironically, she played for the Indiana Fever. So yeah, shout out to my girl Tamika Catchings. Oh, and this is a message to the rest. I want everybody to get on one accord. Let the girls play through the contact. They have to know how to finish a layup through the contact. All them tit-tat fouls that when we looking at the review, we like, was that even really a foul? But then when it's really a foul, it's no whistle blown. I don't like that, okay? Games are 2 hours max. All them fouls and stopping the clock, we having a game at 7 hours. Let them girls play. This the big girl league. They should know how to finish through a layup. Now, I ain't saying let nobody get taken out the game. Don't do that. Obvious fouls, of course. But if it's just a hard, tough defensive play, let them girls play. Like, as a defensive player, if the whistle keep blowing every time I turn the intensity up, I ain't gonna want to play defense either. That's probably why a lot of them don't play defense. Okay? Let them girls play. Let them girls play hard. You gotta know what a flop is and what's a real foul. You know, let these girls play because they have been competing. And like I said, I watched a few games where you actually did let the girls play, and it was intense. And that's what we want to see. Whistle when it matters, but don't just be blowing your whistle because you got one. You know, all them tic-tac fouls. And another thing, all you commentators that do it Fever games in particular, we don't want to hear y'all talking about Caitlin Clark the whole game. She not the only person on the court. Like, that, as a viewer, it's irritating to see Sonia Citron scoring 30 and you talking about Caitlin Clark. Give everybody the recognition that I deserve. And I'm going to keep saying this, Caitlin Clark not even the best person on her team. So when other people are showing up and being efficient, talk about that. Or if you're going to keep talking about Caitlin Clark, give the unbiased conversation. Damn, Caitlin Clark ain't sticking no defense. Damn, Caitlin Clark done chucked up 28 shots and only 10 of them went in. Let's talk about that. You know, you got people, and this is moving me to my next topic. You got people like A'ja Wilson in the league going, what she go, 15 for 18 on a 45-point game? Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about no 10 for 28 and she looked up and got her a 20 piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, give the other girls the coverage and the recognition that they deserve as well. I don't know if y'all reading from a script or whatever, but to say Caitlin Clark's name even when she's not in the game and there's other people on the court that are showing up and playing a good game, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I done heard a lot of people say that they watched the Caitlin Clark games on mute. And no, we ain't hating, but okay, she brought viewers to the league. Now y'all should see that it's other people that play just as good as her. But I'm going to save my critiques for when I really get in her behind. So, let's move right into the honorable mentions. So, like I just said, we got A'ja Wilson. She had a 45-point game, 15 for 18 from the field. Let me give y'all that percentage because this is something to talk about. 15 from 18 is 83%. 83% from the field. 2 for 2 from the 3. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. A lot of people was getting on her about the assists, but I don't know if y'all recognize NaLyssa Smith. She down in there getting them rebounds. So, you know, not too much on my girl. Then next, her teammate, Kennedy Carter, she had 27 points, 13 from 16 from the field, only missed 3 shots, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 assists, 2 from 3 from the 3. Thank ya. It don't take that many shots to have an efficient game. Then we got Alicia Morrow. She's 17 points, 7 for 15, 3 for 6 from the 3. She had 16 rebounds. This is a double-double. 1 assist, 1 steal. The next player that we are mentioning today is Natasha Howard. She had a 26-point game, 11 for 14 from the field, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Next we have Courtney Williams. She had a 21-point game. She was 9 for 10 from the field, 3 for 4 from the 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. A special shout out to Courtney Williams for acknowledging and allowing her rookie to play the point, and she moves to the 2. That takes a lot. I'm glad that she said that publicly, because as a vet, you just gotta know, like, this person can play this position better than me, and let it happen, because the goal is to win games. Shout out to you, Courtney. That was real cute of you to do that. And y'all have been killing it together. You see, you let somebody else shine, they don't take nothing from you. When it's your turn, it's gonna be your turn. Next we have Bridget Carleton. She had 26 points, 9 from 16 from the field, 5 from 11 from the 3, 1 rebound, 4 steals. Lastly, we have Sonia Citron, 26 points, 9 for 12 from the field, 3 for 6 from the 3, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Shout out to all y'all, just in case y'all didn't get the coverage that y'all deserve during y'all games or after y'all games. These were some very great games, and these were some very great stats from y'all as well. I love to see that. And that field goal percentage looks really good. Shout out to y'all. Good game. Keep it up, ladies. Okay. So next I want to talk about the Atlanta versus the Dream game. So let's start with the highlights. Starting with Atlanta. Jordan Canada, bro, I don't know what you was on that game, but yeah, bring that every game. And I ain't gonna lie, you do some of the stuff that stats may not pick up, because you play defense, for sure. That's a plus. You play defense. I love that. But you did some move in that game. It was something so crazy. Like, I'm like, well, dang. I don't even know what you did. It was like, was it a 360 in the air? But it was, you did good that game. You did very good that game. Do I got your stats? Yes, I do. You had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. You were 8 for 15 from the field, 3 for 7 from the 3. Shout out to you. Great game. Alicia Gray, you also had a great game that day. You started out slow, but once you turned on, baby, you did not turn off, and I love to see that. I feel like you are the one. Like, you're the what am I trying to say? If the game on the line, put the ball in Alicia Gray hands. That's what I'm trying to say. You're the first option to score. Alicia Gray is the first option to score. You gave a little bit of everything that game. I was glad to see that too. What was your stats? You had 26 points, 4 rebounds. Yeah, good game for you. That was a good game for you. Ryan Howard, you were off to a bad start that game, but you did end the game with 14 points. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Every night ain't got to be a 20-point night. Just make sure you contribute to the game. Love that. Angel Reese also finished with a double-double. 12 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and she was 4 from 8. Y'all like to talk about her percentages and her field goals. She was 50% from the field. Thank ya. So, I don't think I have too many critiques about the Atlanta Dream. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I will say that I like that Angel Reese did actually go to the Dream. She is a better fit over there, honestly and truly. I like when Angel Reese is not it's not on her back to win the game, if that makes sense. Like, Alicia Grant's the first option. Ryan Howard is probably the second option. Jordan is probably the third option, and then Angel Reese is probably the 4th option. That's how I would look at it. You know what I'm saying? I think it takes a lot of pressure off of Angel when she is not forced to get a bucket in order for the team to win the game. Also, because her contribution is defense first. You know, she gonna play the defense. She gonna get the rebounds, the second chance points, and things like that. She gonna protect the paint. things like that. So when her game is flowing defensively, then she has somebody that can actually get her the ball offensively. It's a better fit over there. I will say that it's a better fit over there. Yeah. Angel, I would like to see some like I told Camilla, I would like to see some moves from you as well. I think a great move for you would be acting like you're going to the right. Well, I'm finna tell everybody what you're gonna do, but you can still get them. Everybody know that you're gonna use that right hand for your layup, so act like you're going to the right, spin moves to the left, finish at the top, half the rim and all that stuff. I feel like that is a good move for you. And I also think that you should start, I'm not saying that you can never shoot a three, but start getting that mid-range down pack, like all them shots right below the free throw line. Start getting them down pack and then stretch your shot out. I feel like that would work for your game, because people would, like, they would have to defend you a different way. You know what I'm saying? If I already know that she gonna come right into this basket, I'm gonna just wait for her at the basket. But you get that midi down pack, people gonna have to step up, play you because you knocking it down, and then they run out, pump fake, drive to the basket. That's another move for you. Keep building your character though. I like how you look on Atlanta. I don't think I have too many critiques about Atlanta. I will have to watch another game, but so far y'all are looking really good, and I do believe that y'all are going to be able to compete for this championship. Like, I don't know how many people paid attention to y'all last year, but I do think that the Atlanta Dream can compete for this championship. I do. And that's what I'm going to say. Every team is so good. Like, you can never go into a game like, oh, yeah, we got them. Because everybody kind of has enough pieces to win a game against anybody. Whichever way the momentum shift or whichever way the momentum swing that night, whoever get hot, whoever can knock down the shots, whoever can play defense is going to win the game. That's how I look at it. Now, the Dallas. I have some critiques for y'all. Arike finished with 20. Beckers finished with 15. I'm sorry, I ain't reading the whole stat lines. I feel like that's going to be a lot for each person. But if something jumps out like, oh yeah, that we need to know that this person did this, then I got y'all. But yeah, Arike had 20. Paige had 15. Shepard had 12. Sims had, we ain't reading all of it. The bench actually produced for some for y'all. That was good. So let me just say, the Atlanta versus the Dallas game was good. The Minnesota Lynx versus the Dallas game was good. But my critiques about the Dallas is coming from both games, okay? Y'all lads don't play enough defense. It is mind-boggling to me, especially in the Lynx game, how many people had a wide-open layup like this was practice. That shit pissed me off, and I'm not even a coach. I'm just a viewer, and that shit irked my soul. Defense wins games, because if your shot not dropping and you stop the other team from scoring as well, you got a better chance at winning the game. Y'all have been frustrating me. Like, because y'all are not a bad team. Arike finally has people that she can play with. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just got to be your team. You have other great players on your team. I'm not sure if you have not realized that, but yeah, there are multiple other options on your team. If you are brick cold that night, pass the ball to somebody that is putting it through the basket. Like I just said, every night ain't gonna be a 20-point night. Every dog had a day. Every night ain't gonna be no 20-point night, and that's okay. That does not take away from who you are. But you not gonna just keep chucking up shots. Sorry, like, no shade. It makes you look bad as a player, because you could just make the next pass, and that's probably a better shot. In the beginning of the Minnesota Lynx game, y'all were passing the ball. That's why y'all were winning. Y'all were passing the ball to each other. Y'all were making the extra pass. And let me go to that because I think Paige had a couple of assists that game. Well, more than a couple. Y'all probably had a lot of assists that game because y'all were actually passing the ball. Yes, Paige had 8 assists. 8 assists. And 9 y'all had 22 assists that whole game. 22 assists that whole game. And y'all only lost by 4. And y'all were winning up until the 4th quarter. Y'all had 22 assists that game. According to these stats, y'all need to pass the ball to each other to create the best shot. It does not matter if everybody got 20 points and y'all still lose. I'm sorry. It does not matter. It's too much hero ball. Every time somebody get the ball, it's like y'all trying to. I don't know what it is, but y'all already are in the W. We all know that y'all can play good. This goes for Arike, Paige, Odyssey, cause y'all be the ones that be ball hogging, in my opinion. I don't really know. The other people don't really get that. Yeah, them the 3 people I'm gonna focus on, cause that's who I see. But yeah, it be too much hero ball. It's too much 1 against 5. And then when another person has the ball, move around or something. Make yourself available just in case. But it's almost as if y'all know as soon as somebody touch the ball, they going to take it to the basket. 1 on 5 no matter who there. So y'all just all standing around looking. Also, if y'all know that y'all really don't have no big or things like that, and y'all really don't stick a lot of defense, personally, I wouldn't be throwing up shots 2 seconds into my shot clock. I just wouldn't be doing that. You know, it's irritating me because y'all are not a bad team. Y'all have a lot of good pieces. Like, y'all are missing a big, okay, but the fact that y'all still be 4 points behind, 5 points behind, it shows that y'all have the talent over there. Y'all ain't no scrubs. Like, y'all have good players over there. It's not tennis, it's basketball. You're going to have to pass the ball to win games. You're going to have to let that other person shoot the ball and miss out on your stats. So whoever the point guard is over there, I don't know. Whoever the point guard is over there, as a point guard, I know that sometimes I could have the lane, but if I dish it off, that's a better pass. Y'all also have to stick defense. Nope, nobody wants. It got to be at least. Well, no, that's on Atlanta Dream. It got to be at least one person that want to stick defense real bad. Y'all can't just let people have whatever they want to have on the offensive end, then come down on the defensive end. I mean the offensive end, and then play 105 every time. I don't want to see that next game, like, cause y'all be doing so good, but you can't finish the game with hero ball. Y'all had 22 assists against the Lynx. Y'all had 22 assists against the Lynx. That's how you win the game. Okay? Please. Also, the coach. I'm not a coach personally, but I do know a little bit about basketball. And whoever got the hot hand should not sit on the bench. The person that's been cold all night, let them sit on the bench. The person that got the hot hand is actually getting points for the team. Why did you sit her? That girl came in the game 16 minutes and she had 17 points. And it wasn't like she was just throwing shit up. She was 63 from the field. I don't know what happened or why you made the decision to sit her. Like I said, I'm not a coach. I'm just a viewer. But personally, to me, she should have been out there a little bit. You know? She should have. But as a team, Dallas, y'all gonna have to work together. Defense wins games. And being a team also wins games. You know, if somebody blow past you, you should already know that this person behind me on defense gon' step up to the plate. Many times where people just getting whatever they want on y'all defense, like literally wide open. Nobody stopping the ball. The next game, y'all need to work. Y'all need to see who can get the most motherfucking fouls. Let me see this. Let me at least know you trying to stick a little defense. Because, baby, that was a fool. Overall, though, The Atlanta versus Dream game was good. The Atlanta versus Dallas game was good. The Lynx versus Dallas also was good. I'm sorry, but Dallas, y'all gonna get beat every time if y'all do not finish the game as a team. And then on top of that, y'all don't want to stick defense either. So, hey, make it hard on yourselves. Y'all got the talent over there. Y'all can also be a contender if you play the game right. You know, anybody can really grab the game this year. Honestly and truly. What's the next game we cover? Oh, the Mystics versus the Fever. I don't know if y'all been sleeping on the Mystics, but baby, they got a team over there. And they're young. They probably could use some vet presence, but even still, they getting shit done over there. Like they that game, if you missed it, go back and watch it. The game finished 104 to 102 in overtime. Sonya Citron was the star of the game. I'm not gonna lie, she had that team on her back. She had 30 points. She had 30 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and she was 10 for 14 from the field, 71%. Okay? Kiki also had a great game. She had 25 points, 13 rebounds. Then we got Shakira. Shakira had 19 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. She was 7 for 11. Everybody actually contributed to this game. The bench produced some points. Macca Mahone, I hope I said your name right. Sorry if I butchered it. She had 13 points. Georgia Amore had 7 points. So everybody had a very good game, and everybody basically contributed to this win. It was good to see this team competed at a high level. I don't know why Shakira ain't getting a lot of coverage. I don't know why Sonya Citron ain't getting a lot of coverage. I don't know why nobody on this team getting covered. But them girls can hoop. Shakira, the intensity that she played with from the start to the finish, I love it. She had a clean block. I hope I could. That's what I'm saying. I hope I could really insert clips so y'all can like kind of watch it with me rather than just hear me talking about it. But she had a clean block, like a clean block. Caitlin Clark, it was real good. She had so much body control. You just had to be there to see it. But she was hooping. They was all hooping. Sonya Citron, I don't know, I didn't even know she was still in the league. Like, I remember her from college. She was a dog in college. But I ain't heard much about her or anything. And I tuned in. I'm like, is that Sonya? Sonya Citron? Oh, okay. Glad to know that you back in the league. I love to see that though. She put on a game. For sure. That game was so good. Caitlin Clark finished with 32 points, but she had 10 for 28 from the field, 35% from the field. Mitchell had 24 points. She was also 40% from the field. Aaliyah Boston had 9. Billings had 10. Sophie had 7. Yeah, everybody's percentage was kind of bad, except for the people coming off the bench. They had about 50% field goal attempts. That was a good game. That was a real good game. Yeah, like I said, Sonya Citron, she did her thing. They whole team did their thing. One thing I can say is they pass the ball, they move the ball. When it's time for Sonya to go though, she do go. I'm not gonna say that when the game on the line, she is the first option to score. But if she don't have it, she will pass the ball. They look real good over there, and if everybody stay together over there for a little couple of years, yeah, they might be the champions for real. And I'm not exaggerating. They play really good. That's why I said this championship could really be anybody's. Whoever feeling it that night could probably win. I'm not sure why Raven Johnson is only getting 4 minutes on that team. I honestly feel like that Raven Johnson should run the point. You should start like getting her used to running the point now. That way, Caitlin Clark can move to the 2, Kelsey Mitchell to the 3. Let them shoot because they're great shooters. You know when they had it when they on, they can't knock down that 3. Like them not 2 people that you will leave open. And that I think that would lessen the turnovers for you because if you play Prize Picks or you do any type of betting, I guarantee every night Caitlin Clark has 4 turnovers. And this ain't no hate, but I'm just showing y'all what the media don't show about Caitlin Clark. You know, y'all be down everybody else's throat. So you know, let's show she ain't always on. Sorry, no shade, she ain't always on. 10 for 28 is horrible. 10 for 28 is horrible. How many turnovers you have? She had 4 turnovers. She averages about 4 turnovers. You know, it could be more, but her average is 4 turnovers. And that's why, and I'm not saying that Raven gonna come in and she's never gonna turn the ball over. But Raven is a point guard first, and I'm gonna get mine second. And I'm not gonna lie, everybody has to play their position in order for teams to win. That's just how it goes. You know, everybody can't be everything. Some people have the gift and the talent to move around the court, but some people need to be in their position. I'm not gonna lie. Caitlin Clark was everything in college because she didn't have a lot of people on her team. You know, she did have a lot of role players on her team. So she could be everything. But she's in the league now and she plays with people that are talented as well. So I don't think it'll be nothing wrong with sliding her to the 2. Let run plays for her and Kelsey Mitchell to knock down the 3. Or you can run a few ISOs for them to get to the whatever you want to do. But I just think that'd be a good move. That personally, I feel like that'd be a good move for the Fever. Yeah, personally. And Raven, I'm backing you. So when you get in that motherfucking game, please don't make me look like no damn fool. But you're a rookie, so I give you grace. Yeah, that's how I feel about the Fever game. Overall, like I said, the game was good. I'm just giving my little 1 too. Oh, Portland versus the Liberty. Y'all gotta watch out for that Portland team. This is one of the expansion teams of the league, period. Shout out to y'all. But the Portland versus the Liberty game was great. It was real high intensity. That team can knock down some 3s for sure. And they got their first win against the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty ain't no scrubs at all. Like I said, they made it to the championship, and it was the Aces versus the New York Liberty last year. So that just tells you like what type of team they are. Yeah, and they got their win against them. So if you getting your first win against the New York Liberty, you all right in my book. For real. You can compete in this league. It's anybody game. It's anybody game. Well, if y'all didn't see that, check that out. Then we got Chicago versus the Valkyries. They finished. Chicago won this game. It was 69-63. This was a good. Okay. Sorry, we having technical difficulties over here. Tech. I ain't trying to play the game. Okay, it's not working, but the Chicago versus the the Valkyries, it was 69-63. Chicago Sky did win. I said this in my little hot takes on TikTok. A lot of people underestimated the Chicago Sky. I mean, they was a really horrible team last year, but they did the trades and whatever, and they got some people over there. And once they figure out the kinks and things, they will be a great team. Rakia Jackson is showing up like she ain't never showed up before. For real. Like she don't play with that girl. I've been told y'all about my girl, but I think she just had a 30-point game or close to it. I wish I can pull it up, but I don't know what's happening. It's not loading. But yeah, she just had a 30-point game the other day. So she's doing really good, and that was against the not the Kinetic, Phoenix Mercury. So that was really good. I'm glad to see her loosening up and coming out her shell. She would definitely be, I think, the first option to score. Still working out rotations and things over there. Camilla, all I gotta say, baby, is be confident. Be confident. Half of the time, you're the biggest person on the court, so literally, when every time you set a screen, be prepared to get the ball. Even if they don't pass the ball to you every time, just every time they set a screen, be prepared to get the ball. Every time they set a screen, be in your 1-2 motion to the basket, because you don't even have to dribble. If it's anything lower than the free throw line, you should not have to dribble. 1-2 to the basket. I'm rooting for you real bad. Like, I know, I've seen what you're capable of. Just be consistent. Oh, this is one thing I did have to say. When Rachel is on the court with y'all, you know she's a shooting guard. If she does not get any touches, it's pointless for her to be out there, because she is kind of a liability on defense. So, now, I'm not saying you aggressive on defense, but you know, your expertise is shooting the ball. So I just personally feel like, well, if Rachel's on the floor, make sure that she is getting at least 1 or 2 touches or opportunities to shoot the ball, so that she can be effective for the team. That's really all of the commentary I have for. The other thing I had to say about Chicago is y'all can't keep starting games off flat and then playing a catch-up game. It worked against the Valkyries. It didn't work against the Phoenix Mercury. You know what I'm saying? We got to start our games off a little better, because we trailed against both the Valkyries and the Phoenix Mercury. It worked. We was able to come back for the Valkyries, but we wasn't able to come back for the Mercuries. The loss wasn't that bad though. You know, I think it was maybe even less than 8. I think it was 83-91. So we didn't get blew out or anything like that. But I do think that we need to start off better, so we're not playing catch up. That, like, we ain't trying to catch up the whole game. You get what I'm saying? And at least if our shot's not falling, we could stop the other team from actually scoring. So shout out to the Chicago Sky. Y'all are actually, anybody can really compete in the championship. I don't keep saying that. Anybody can really compete in the championship. Oh, MVP, I got Asia. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like as long as Asia's in the league, it is going to be it's gonna be a long, Asia is the best person in the league right now. Our defensive team, I think it's too early to say. Rookie of the year, I have Olivia Miles, but Fly J, we gotta keep a lookout for her, because she might be right behind her. Sixth woman of the year will be Kennedy Carter for sure. And the rest of these, I just feel like it's too early to say. But yeah, those are who I have in the running. So let's get into some tunnel fits. Or maybe we'll save the tunnel fits for next week, because I already gave y'all like 3 hours of WNBA content. But I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my Like I said, this all funny games, all laughs and giggles over here. If you don't like my opinion about something, show me different. And no, I can't get out there and do it better. So just to close out, one more thing that I wanted to talk about is, can we bring back 7-minute songs? Like, no shade, I'm tired of getting hooked on songs and they 1 minute and 20 seconds. Like, as soon as I get into them, it start over. Can we bring back 7-minute songs? We need to start a petition. Because when did y'all get away from doing that? Like, when did 2-minute songs, 3-minute songs become the norm? People used to be making 10-minute songs back in the day. Like, 10 full minutes from the heart, from the soul. And I want us to start, when we remix songs, let's make it a real remix. Like change it all the way up. Like I shouldn't even know that this song is this song. Everybody needs to have a different verse. That's my petition for music. Y'all know I love music, like all genres of music. We could go jazz, we could go hip hop, we could go R&B, we can go what is that? Contemporary. I don't really care, baby. As long as the music make me do a little 1-2, because that's all I'm gonna do for real. I'm cool. But can we bring back 7-minute songs? Is that so hard? It's a lot of songs that I love. Damn. And I be looking up like, this song only 2 minutes? That's why I know all the lyrics so quick. For real. So let's bring back longer music. Let's bring back. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I look okay, because I will not post something if I look crazy. That's why I be having to check, because I ain't doing all this for this not to get posted. But yeah, let's bring back 7-minute songs. 7 to 10 minute songs. I challenge all the artists, young and old, get back in the booth, get back in y'all bag, drop a 7-minute song. For real. Also, since we're on the topic of music, did y'all hear that Drake dropped 3 albums in one dang on day? I ain't never heard nothing like that before, and I ain't listened to not one of them. They've been playing it on TikTok, so I got a few that I like. He made a song about the WNBA, so I'm definitely gonna use that when I go to one of them games, give me a little content off that one. But yeah, I ain't never heard nothing like that in all of music history. I seen something that said though he wanted to get out his label, and they said that he had to drop 3 more albums to get out his label. So he said, here y'all go, get all this shit at one time. You ain't wrong. We know what happened to the last person that wanted to get out their label. Oh, that's all I got for y'all today. I think this was a hearty episode. I don't know if I told y'all this, but for this, for the next couple of months or whatever, a bulk of this podcast is going to be me talking shit about the WNBA. Not shit in a bad way, but we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of it all. And I'm not biased at all. I give everybody props when it's due. So, you know what I'm saying? I love everybody that's tuning in and watching my podcast. Like I said, I'm working on, I'm new to this podcast, so I like to talk, but I want to make sure that what I'm saying is receptive. I don't just want to be up here talking and they're like, what the fuck this girl's talking about? Thank you all for tuning in. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to this podcast so we can be everywhere. No, I don't know if I want to be everywhere just yet. give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes before I'm in the public eye for real. But like, comment, subscribe, share the podcast. Turn your post notification on so you're notified every time I post the podcast, and when I post a little insight of my life, if you're a little nosy and you just want to know what I do when I'm not doing the podcast, that will also be up for you all. You can let me know your takes on the WNBA, or if you want to hear my opinion about everything, because I indeed do have an opinion about everything, and my opinion is my opinion. Do what you want with that. But with that being said, I will see y'all next week. The pod is going to be every Tuesday, so new episodes every Tuesday. Be on the lookout next Tuesday. See what I got to talk about, because I always got something to talk about. Like I said, this podcast is for the yappers, for the people that just like to talk, like to have fun, like to kick it, for all my neurodivergent babes. This is for you. You might agree with some of my takes on life, because we kind of view life the same way. And another thing, Dallas Wings, please be a team. Bye.